elder shall serve the younger. Right? Read on.
And when her days to be delivered were fulfilled, behold, there were twins in her womb.
Right. So he said the elder shall serve the younger. Right? Because Esau came out first. And he's going to be a servant or a slave under Jacob. Right? Read on.
And the first came out red.
That's the point I wanted right there. The first baby, the first child, the first nation came out what?
Red.
Read on.
All over like a hairy garment.
So the first nation was red. Or the first child came out red. That's going to grow into a nation. All over like a hairy garment. Read on.
And they call his name Esau.
Right. They call his name Esau, which is the so-called white man. Right. He's that red dragon. Now back to Revelation, the 12th chapter. Revelation 12 and 2.
Revelation chapter 12,
and 3.
verse 3. And there appeared another wonder in heaven. And behold, a great red dragon.
Right, the Edomites. Right, Esau, the so-called white man. He's that great red dragon. Read on.
Having 7 heads and 10 horns.
Meaning he's going to have 7 ruling kingdoms. Right, he's going to have 7 ruling kingdoms. Those are the 7 heads. Right, the 10 horns represent the EU, the European Union today. All right, read on.
And 7 crowns upon his head.
Because he's in power, he's in rulership. Read on.
And his tail drew the third part of the stars of heaven.
Right, his tail. Because that's dealing with the ending of the Roman Empire. Who are the last Caesars of the ancient Roman Empire? All right, you have Titus, Vespasian, and Domitian. Right, those are the tails that drew the 3rd stars. Who are the 3rd stars? The 3rd stars it's talking about is Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. Those are the 3 stars. Remember in the beginning it says a woman have 12 stars around her head. Right, and those were the 12 tribes of Israel. It says 3 of those stars are going to get cast to the ground. Hold that. Give me 1 Kings 11. 1 Kings 11 and verse 29. So you're going to actually see who the 3 stars is. Right? Who the 3 stars are. Read on.
1 Kings 29?
1 Kings 3 and 11. I mean 11 and 3. I mean 11, 29, my bad. 1 Kings 11, 29.
1 Kings 11, verse 29. And it came to pass at that time where Jeroboam went out of Jerusalem, that the prophet Ahijah Shashalonet found him in the way. And he had clad himself with a new garment. And they two were alone in the field.
Read on.
And Ahijah caught the new garment that was on him and read it in 12 pieces.
Right, so Ahijah grabbed the garment, right, and he cut this garment in 12 pieces. Read on.
And he said to Jeroboam, take thee 10 pieces.
So he said to Jeroboam, all right, take 10 pieces of this cloth that he cut in 12 pieces. You take 10 pieces. Read on.
For thus said the Lord, the God of Israel, behold, I will rend the kingdom out of the hand of Solomon, and will give 10 tribes to thee.
So this was symbolic, right? This was symbolic. So 10 tribes are going to go to Jeroboam. Read on.
But he shall have 1 tribe for my servant David's sake, and for Jerusalem's sake, the city which I have chosen out of all the tribes of Israel.
Exactly. So now you're going to have 2 tribes for King David's sake. All right. But we're going to find out now when Levi came and joined with those other 2 tribes. Go to 2 Chronicles 11. 2 Chronicles 11, verse 14. This is a history lesson right here. This is actually a history lesson when our nation was divided. This is when our nation was divided. Read on. 2 Chronicles 2. 2 Chronicles 11 and 14. 2 Chronicles 11:14.
2 Chronicles chapter 11, verse 14. For the Levites left their suburb and their possessions and came to Judah and Jerusalem. For Jeroboam and his sons had cast them off from executing the priest's office unto the Lord.
Right, so that's what Jeroboam did. He stopped the Levites from doing what they were supposed to do. Right? Because why? He's going to set up priests, his own people as priests, which was the Lord that set that up, but he was going off. Right? So now what? Levites came and joined Benjamin and Levi came and joined Judah and Benjamin. All right, read on.
And he ordained him priest for the high places, and for the devils, and for the calves which he had made.
But that's what Jeroboam did. Right? He set up his tribes as priests. That's not what the Mosai set up. All right? But what happened now? Levi came and joined Judah and Benjamin. So those are the three stars it's talking about in Revelation 12 chapter. Jump back to that, huh? Revelation 12. And 4.
Revelation chapter 12, verse 4. And his tail drew the third part of the stars of heaven.
Right, so out of the 12 stars, the 3 parts got cast down to the ground, right? And again, that is Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. We just read about the separation. Read on.
And did cast them to the earth.
And that's talking about 70 AD. Right? 70 AD, matter of fact. Let me get this right here. Yeah. Damn, Tuwada. Read that part again, 4 again.
Revelation chapter 12, verse 4. And he still drew the third part of the stars of heaven, and did cast them to the earth.
Right, and that I'm talking about is 70 AD. And we're going to read it in the history book, right? This is from Babylon to Timbuktu, Rudolph R. Windsor. But this is what took place in 70 AD, when the 3 stars was cast to the earth, right? From Babylon to Timbuktu, page 84, the second paragraph. It says, in the year 65 BC, the Roman armies under General Pompey captured Jerusalem. In 70 AD, General Vespasian and his son Titus put an end to the Jewish state with great slaughter. During the period of the military governors of Palestine, many outrages and atrocities were committed against the residue of the people. During the period from Pompey to Julius, it has been estimated that over 1 million Jews fled into Africa, fleeing from Roman persecution and slavery. The slave markets were full of black Jewish slaves. But that's telling you something right there, right? In 70 AD is when they cast us to the ground, right? With great slaughter. All right, read on that.
And the dragon stood before the woman, which had ready to be delivered, for to devour her child as soon he was born.
Right, and that's talking about, and that dragon again, right, is the Roman Empire. And the child who wanted to devour was the one you ignorantly called Jesus Christ. Right? And let's prove that. Hold that and get Matthew, the 2nd chapter. Get Matthew, the 2nd chapter. Yes, start it off, verse 2.
2 and 2? Matthew 2 and 2?
Yeah, start at 2.
Matthew chapter 2, verse 2. Saying, where is that? Where is he that is born king of the Jews?
Right, so this is what Herod did, right? Because what the prophecy said our Lord was coming. Right, so Herod now is going to make a decree to kill him before he even came on the scene. Read on.
For we have seen his star in the east, and are come to worship him.
Right.
When Herod the king had heard these things, he was troubled, and all Jerusalem wept him.
Right, so he know the prophecy now is being fulfilled. So Herod didn't like it. Right? So what is he going to set out to do? Read on.
And when he had gathered all the chief priests and scribes of the people together, he demanded of them where Christ should be born.
Right, so he wanted to know when our Lord was going to be born, right? When Yahushua was going to be born. That's what he wanted to know. Read on.
And they said unto him, in Bethlehem of Judah, for thou it is written by the prophets.
Right, they said in Bethlehem of Judea. But that's what the prophecy said. Read on.
And thou Bethlehem in the land of Judah art not the least among the princes of Judah. For out of thee shall come a governor that shall rule my people Israel.
Exactly. Right, but that's what the prophecy, all they're doing is just quote what the prophecy said. Read on.
Then Herod, when he had privily called wise men, inquired of them diligently what time the star appeared.
Right, he inquired of them diligently. What time did the star appear? Why, he wanted to make his move. Read on.
And he sent them to Bethlehem and said, go and search diligently for the young child.
Right, so what he's trying to do here is he's searching for the one you ignorantly call Jesus Christ, because he want to know. Read on.
And when he have found him, bring me word again, that I may come to worship him also.
And that is a serpent speaking, because that's not his plan to go and worship him. He wanted to slay him, right? But that's showing you how the Edomites are. Read on.
When they had heard the king, they departed, and lo, the star which they saw in the east went before them, till it came and stood over where the young child was.
Right, read on.
When they saw the star, they rejoiced with exceeding great joy.
Read on.
And when they were come into the house, they saw the young child with Mary, his mother,
right,
and fell down and worshipped him.
God, read on.
And when they had opened their treasures, they presented unto him gifts, gold, and frankincense, and myrrh.
Read on.
And being warned of God in a dream that they should not return to Herod, they departed into their own country.
So after he was born, they left Israel, right? They departed their own country. Why? Because Herod was seeking him to kill him. Read on.
Another way. And when they were departed, behold, the angel of the Lord appeared to Joseph and his mother, and flee into Egypt.
Read that again, 13 again.
Revelation, Matthew chapter 1 and 13. And when they were departed,
2 and 13. Oh.
Salah, Matthew chapter 2, verse 13. And when they were departed, behold, the angel of the Lord appeared to Joseph in a dream, saying, arise and take the young child and his mother and flee into Egypt.
Read on.
And Bill will seek the young child to destroy him.
Wait. Into Egypt again and read on from where it said, and flee into Egypt and read on from there.
And flee into Egypt.
Read on.
And be thou there until I bring thee word.
So why is that flee into Egypt until he give him word? Read on.
For Herod will seek the young child to destroy him.
Right, because Herod wanted him dead. Now go back to Revelations now. The 12th chapter. And we're going to start at 4 again.
Revelation chapter 12, verse 4. And he sailed through the third part of the stars of heaven, and did cast them to the earth. And the dragon stood before the woman,
right, which was the Roman army, stood before the Israel, come on,
which was ready to deliver. For they devoured her child as soon it was born.
And that's what we just read in Matthew, the 2nd chapter. Herod was the one who wanted to slay the child as soon as he was born. But the angel came and told him to what? Flee into Egypt, because Herod desired to kill the child. All right, read on, verse 5.
That's right. Revelation chapter 12, verse 5. And she brought forth a man child, who was to rule all nations with a rod of iron.
Right. And that's letting you know that that's the one ignorantly called Jesus Christ it's talking about. Read on.